A very basic, when I say basic routine, I mean that foundation. Welcome to another vlog on Very Practical Living. Guys, it's been a while since I vlogged anything, but I just wanted to come on here to let you know that I'm still here, still doing my thing. And I'm literally just, trying to get some content for you guys so that you can see more of me on Very Practical Living. Yeah. Today, I was planning on doing a video on my basic makeup routine, which is really not very complex because the truth of it is I'm really not a makeup girl of such. I do wear makeup, but not a lot. So I normally have a very basic, when I say basic routine, I mean that foundation and a few other things. So I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't liked my video, please do share my video, thank you. And also please subscribe to my video. All right, so I'm going to also use this as an opportunity to talk about planning a road trip. Guys, I completely love planning trips. So if you know anything about me, that is like one of my pastime activities, something that I've even incorporated in a business idea actually. So if you want to learn more about my business concept and my idea and what I'm working on currently, you can go on to my Instagram page, which is Plan Your Trip JA, where I actually plan trips for people, for them to have a good experience, because I'm all about that. So I'm just going to share with you how I go about planning a road trip. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy. Wondering what's new with me now. Well, I have recently moved. I'm now in my own studio flat. Before I was actually staying with my family, which was quite awesome because I love my family and it was fun. When you're renting, you're on your own, and yeah. But I'm getting adjusted, so I'm still grateful. God has been so extremely good to me. Alright guys, what were we supposed to be talking about? So while I'm applying my makeup, let me talk about planning trips. Alright, so normally I believe that when planning a really good road trip, the first thing that you really need to consider is where you want to go. Right, so I would say the first thing you need to do is find what location you're planning on going to. So for example, if you're thinking about Portland, you should just single out the parish and say, okay, I'm going to Portland, that's where my road trip is gonna be. After you have chosen the place in terms of the location that you're planning on going to, my next thing to do is to consider the time frame that you're planning to be there. So for example, am I gonna do this road trip? Is it going to be a one-night thing? Is it going to be like just a day? You know that if it's just a day, you definitely don't have to consider finding somewhere to stay, because ideally you know, you'll just be going there for one day and you'll be coming back within that said day. So, you know, you don't have to worry about that. But for example, if it's a 2-day trip, it now brings into account that you will definitely need to have somewhere to stay. Also, you're gonna need like proper transportation that is going to be there and wait on you while you're there. Planning a trip, like normally, after you have considered your accommodation and you have considered transportation, like the next thing that you must consider is your budget. Like the budget makes the trip, to be very honest with you.
Jimmy on the track, so you know it's lit.
Fly, Bubble Boy. Fly, Bubble Boy. Fly, Bubble Boy.
So that's the end of my basic makeup routine. It's, trust me, it's not that, there's nothing special, to be very honest with you, you know. Yeah, so guys, check it out. Yes, but you know, in conclusion, talking about planning a trip, so like, you know, outside of your budget, when you have decided the amount of money that you're willing to spend, like, I think one of the most important things considering a road trip is really the people. Like, trust me, like, people also help to make a trip. They build the climate, you know, for the environment, everything. You know, it's, if you travel with people who you enjoy traveling with, I assure you that you'll have fun. So always ensure to bring persons along that you know. Not only does it make it more cost effective, because a lot of things you're able to split with them where it concerns accommodation or travel or, you know, food, but also you're able to, you know, enjoy the experience with somebody else, which I think is quite important in planning a trip. So always consider who you want to take along with you and how that person is going to affect you enjoying the experience. If it's somebody who you know is going to bring a damper on the climate of the trip, don't bring them. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, so outside of that, like, when all your plans have come together, ensure that you put everything, you coordinate them according to a time frame. So for example, what would you be doing in a specific day? Obviously, you have to leave certain things up to spontaneity, but please do not leave everything up to spontaneity, because you do not want the trip to be spoiled, basically. Another important thing to consider also when planning a trip is the weather. Do not plan your trip when you know that Jamaica is about to have a tropical storm and it's on the weekend of the trip, because most likely that means the rain is going to fall and the trip is going to be busted. So, you know what? Don't plan your trip when you have bad weather. You know, ensure that the weather is conducive to whatever you have planned. So thanks for tuning in again, guys. It's Berry. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for visiting with Berry Practical Living again.